Namaste viewers and welcome to Bend It Like LD. Today's video is the first part of the weight loss series that I plan to do over the next couple of weeks, and this video is for both beginners and intermediate practitioners. Yoga for weight loss, and it will include some bandhas and kriyas as well, along with an introduction to vinyasa. Now, vinyasa basically means a flow wherein you flow between asanas or postures, and it's great for weight loss, especially because it helps to keep the heat in the body intact, which in turn spikes up your metabolism, and that in turn helps to burn your calories at a faster rate. So let's just begin our practice by sitting up nice and tall, allowing our body, breath and mind to align first. And once you're steady and stable, slowly come onto your knees, bringing your knees hip distance apart. We'll start with some cat and cow stretches to just warm up the spine. And as you inhale, drop your back, lift your chest and shoulders. As you exhale, rounding your back and gazing at your belly. We'll do this a couple of more times, about 3 or 5 times. Just helps to get started, helps to keep the spine warm, the back warm. And as you exhale, round your back, gaze at your belly. Inhale, drop your back, lift your chest and shoulders. Exhale, rounding your back, lifting your back muscles up. And once you're done, stay there, bringing your knees hip distance apart. Stretch your right arm out in front of you and stretch your left leg behind you. Trying to keep your body in a straight line. Drop the left hip down and stay there for about 10 breaths if you can. Slowly release, moving on to the other side. Stretch your left arm out first and stretch your right leg behind you, tightening your butt, tightening your thighs. Drop the right hip down slightly, keeping your body in a straight line. Hold it. Breathing normally and slowly release. We'll start with some kickbacks now. So as you inhale, kick your right leg back and bringing your knee to your nose as you exhale. This is called Vyagrasana or Tigerasana. So bend your knee and kick back nicely. Feel that power hitting from the quadriceps. And as you exhale, round your back, knee to your nose. About 10 times on each side. This is great for warming up your back, for even toning your thighs and warming up your core as well. Moving on to the other side, inhale, lift your left leg, kick back, exhale, bend your left knee to your nose. Inhale, kick back, exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, back, rounding your back, knee to nose. About 10 times on each side, just to fire up that core a little bit. And slowly release, slowly take your palms to the front, tuck your toes and come to Parvatasana or mountain pose. You can always keep your knees bent. If your heels don't touch the floor, no big deal. Try to draw your head deep in between your arms as much as you can and just walk your heels up and down on either side to just loosen up the leg muscles first. Maybe about 5 or 10 times on each side. And slowly bring your right foot in between your palms, left foot in between your palms, bringing your hands to your hips or slowly come up and exhale, release. Now we'll start with some twists as well to warm up the lower back. So separating your feet wider than your hips, stretch your arms out to the side, take a deep inhalation, lift up, exhale, twist to your right side and wrap your arms around your waist. Inhale up, exhale to your left. Inhale up, exhale to your right. Inhale all the way up, wrapping your arms around your waist. Inhale up, exhale to the right. So probably try and do about 10 times on each side. This is also great for burning up all that fat from your obliques, from your love handles. And exhale to your left. Inhale, stretch out and release. So I'm going to do about Surya Namaskars. It's very important to start with sun salutations. I am going to do about 2 sets, but if you're looking at weight loss, I'd like you to do about 4 to 6 sets if you can. So aligning your body, breath and mind first. Settling down your breath. Inhale, lift your arms all the way up, pushing your hips forward, stretch back. And as you exhale, fold forward completely. You can always bend your knees. Palms on the mat, bend your knee, take your right leg all the way back. Exhale, take your left leg back to a plank, Dandasana. Dropping your knees down, chest and chin down, Ashtanga Namaskar. Now inhale, you can do an easy Bhujangasana or you can lift up completely into Cobra. Exhale, tuck your toes back to Parvatasana. Inhaling, step your right foot in between your palms. Exhale, left foot in between your palms. Inhale, lifting your arms all the way up, sweep your arms all the way up and stretch back. Moving on to the left side now. Exhale, fold forward completely, trying to draw your chest towards your thighs. Palms on the mat, take your left leg all the way back. Exhale, right leg back to plank, hips and shoulders in one line. Dropping your knees down, shoulders, elbows close to your body, chest and chin. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Exhale, tuck your toes, Parvatasana, mountain pose. As you inhale, step your left foot in between your palms. Exhale, right foot. Inhale, lift your arms all the way up, push your hips forward, stretch back. Exhale, bring your palms all the way back to your heart center. This is one round. I'm going to go and do one more set now. Inhale, lifting your arms up, stretch back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, take your right leg back. Exhale, left leg back. Drop your knees down, chest and chin, Ashtanga Namaskar. Inhale, sliding your upper body, lift up completely or gently into a Cobra. Tucking your toes, exhale, back to mountain. Inhale, step your right foot in between your palms. Exhale, left foot. Inhaling, lift your arms all the way up, stretch back. Exhale, on the other side now. Try to do about 4 to 6 sets of Surya Namaskars. You can always take a break in between. But since we are looking at weight loss, we do want to really heat up the body nicely. Tucking your toes, exhale, back to Parvatasana. As you inhale, step your left foot in between your palms. Exhaling, right foot. Inhale, lift your arms all the way up, stretch back. Exhale, palms to your heart center. So we'll start with the Vinyasa flow first. We're going to start with Utkatasana, chair pose. I really think this is one of the best asanas to practice if you're looking at weight loss because it's a total body strengthener. So separate your feet hip distance apart. Now pushing your hip back, making sure your knee stays above the ankle. Stretch your arms up, squat down as much as you can, but make sure the chest is lifted up. I'm showing you two options. Either your arms can be raised up or your arms can be in the front. Breathing in and breathing out normally. Trying to stay here for as long as you can. Slowly slide your right arm and twist to your right side. A lot of work on the core here. I can start feeling it in my thighs now. I can start feeling it in my core. Inhale to the front and twist to the other side, stretching your left arm behind you. Yes, it's working. Just a couple of more breaths if I can manage. Inhale, stretch out, maybe another 3 or 5 breaths more. It's getting a little challenging now, but stay there as much as you can. And release, exhale, release. Shake your legs a couple of times. We'll probably do one more set. Chair pose, so stretch your arms out to the front, pushing your hip bones back. Squat down into Utkatasana, making sure your knee stays above your ankle and chest is lifted up. Hold it. Now if you're a regular practitioner of yoga, maybe you could slowly try to take your heels off the mat if you can, just to give that little added effort into the practice. Just to push your body a little more here. And slowly maybe you can squat down with your heels off the mat a little more, halfway down. Ooh, that's getting a little tough, and maybe all the way down, almost touching your calves, but actually not touching them. And inhale, come up, lift your toes, heels all the way up, stretch up. Exhale, release all the way down. Oh, that was, my body is nice and warm now. I can feel my quads and core totally warmed up. And we'll start a vinyasa. Lift your arms all the way up. Exhale, fold forward, just flowing through the postures to keep the heat in the body intact. Dropping your knees, chest and chin, Ashtanga. Inhale, Bhujangasana, or you can also do Urdhva Mukha Svanasana, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And slowly start with the lunge. You can always rest here if you wish into child's pose, but since I want to keep my body warmed up, I'm going to go straight away into the posture. So taking your right foot in between your palms, wriggle your left toes and stretch your left leg nicely behind you. Make sure the right knee is above the right ankle, and slowly, once you're stable and steady, lift your arms up for a high lunge, pulling up the back kneecap, tucking your tailbone in, drawing your belly muscles in. Hold it for about 5 breaths, a nice high lunge. And as you exhale, lean forward slightly with your belly almost touching your thigh. Hold. Inhale, back to lunge. We'll try that one more time. Exhale, fold forward halfway into a diagonal. Hold it. Breathing normally. Inhale, come up again. And dropping your left palm down, stretch your right arm up and twist and look up towards your right fingertips for Parivrita Parshvakonasana. You can always drop your back knee on the mat. Try to keep pushing the hip down as much as you can. Opening up the right shoulder. And bring your right palm outside your right foot, back to a plank, Dandasana. Staying in Dandasana for about 5 breaths. We'll try and incorporate as many planks as possible to strengthen the core. And knees, chest and chin, Ashtanga. Inhale, Bhujangasana or upward facing dog. Your hips and knees off the mat. But feel free to keep your knees on the mat if you find this challenging. This is great for opening up your chest and shoulders. And as you exhale, slowly back to downward facing dog. Staying here for about 5 breaths and slowly moving on to the other side. Inhale, step your left foot in between your palms. Stretch your right leg nicely behind you. Make sure the left knee is over the left ankle and lift your arms up into a nice high lunge. Pull up the back kneecap. Hold it. And slowly as you exhale, fold forward halfway, trying to bring your belly onto your thighs. Inhale, back to a lunge. Hold. Breathing normally. Exhale one more time, fold forward. Inhale, back to a lunge. And slowly drop your right palm down, left arm lifted up. Make sure your hips are nice and low. You can always drop the back knee on the mat, so take the option that works for you. Do not over push yourself. Pulling the left shoulder back, opening up the chest. And bring your left palm outside your left foot and take your left leg back to a plank. Holding plank for a couple of breaths here. Staying here as much as your body allows you. You can always drop your knees on the mat as well in plank. Dropping your knees down, chest and chin, Ashtanga. Inhale, Bhujangasana or upward facing dog, your choice completely. And as you exhale, tucking your toes, come to Parvatasana or Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Try to draw your head deep in between your arms as much as you can. You can always rest here for about 5 breaths. Dropping your knees down, separating your knees mat distance apart. And once you're done, slowly come back to down dog. Stepping your right foot in between your palms, left foot in between your palms, hands to your hips and slowly come up. We'll do a balancing pose now, Natarajasana. It's great for strengthening your quadriceps, strengthening your legs, strengthening your lower back. So bend your right knee, hold your right ankle. Now slowly stretch that right leg behind you as much as you can, taking your heel away from your hip as much as you can, keeping your left leg nice and straight. Once you're comfortable, stretch your left arm out, leaning forward. So a lot of people bring the upper body completely parallel to the floor, but I prefer not to, because this where I'm lifting my chest helps to strengthen my lower back as well. And slowly release. Shake your legs nicely and moving on to the left side. Hands on your hips, bending your left knee first, holding your left ankle. Stabilize and steady yourself and stretch your left leg behind you as much as you can, keeping your right leg straight and strong. Once you're comfortable, stretch your right arm out in front of you, opening up the chest. Make sure the chest is lifting up. And slowly release. Shake your legs nicely. We'll do a short vinyasa. Inhale, lift your arms up, stretch back. Exhale, fold forward completely. Palms on the mat, taking your right leg all the way back. Left leg back to a plank. Again, holding Dandasana here as much as you can. Now I'm going to go down to the floor step by step, inch by inch on a count of 1 to 10. Bringing my elbows close to my chest. This is not easy, it's slightly difficult. You can always drop your knees on the mat. Go down very, very slowly. And inhale, lift up into upward facing dog or Bhujangasana. Completely your choice. Exhale back to Parvatasana or Adho Mukha Svanasana. Downward facing dog. Bend your knees, look in between your palms and just cross your ankles, sit on the mat. Bring your feet hip distance apart. We'll go to Navasana boat pose. This is just a little bit of work for the core. So take your palms behind your thighs, make sure the back is lifted up, chest is lifted up, and take both your feet parallel to the mat. You can always keep your fingertips on the floor. If you're comfortable, stretch your arms out. Tuck your toes, gaze at your toes and stay there for about 5 to 10 breaths as much as you can, breathing normally. And cross your ankles, palms by the sides. Try to lift your hips if you can. Staying here for about 5 breaths. And let's repeat 2 more cycles of that. Palms behind your thighs. Lift your legs up into boat pose, Navasana. Some people like to call this Naukasana as well. Stretching your arms out in front of you, spreading your fingers wide, looking at your toes. Stay there, drawing your belly muscles in. And crossing your ankles, lift your hips if you can, or lift up anything that comes off the mat. And one last time. Taking your palms behind your thighs, make sure your alignment is correct, make sure your chest is lifted up, gazing at your toes, stretch your arms out in front of you, holding it. I'm actually starting to feel a lot more sweaty now. Now maybe if you want, you can cross your ankles and jump back and go into Chaturanga. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. And slowly cross your ankles, sit on the mat. We'll start with a couple of bandhas now. Bandhas are good because I'm going to do Uddiyana Bandha, which is good for strengthening your abdominal muscles, thereby strengthening your core. So sit in any comfortable posture, place your palms on your knees. Allow your breathing to settle down first. Take a deep inhalation first, exhale out completely through your nose. Now take a deep inhalation again, exhale completely through your nose once again. Now one more time, take a deep inhalation through your nose and exhale through your mouth forcefully and draw your belly muscles in, chin to your chest. Lock your breath first and try to hold it for as long as you can. Once you feel you want to come out of it, then release your tummy first, release your chin and inhale through your nose. Relax for a couple of breaths. Uddiyana Bandha. Let's do that once more. Take a deep inhalation and exhale out completely. Take a deep inhalation and forcefully exhale all the air out, drawing your belly muscles in, locking your chin to your chest. If possible, tighten your pelvic muscles. Hold your breath for as long as you can. And when you want to release, relax your tummy, relax your chest. Inhale through your nose. We'll move on to Agnisara Kriya. Agnisara Kriya is excellent for kickstarting your metabolism, for firing up your metabolism. So for beginners, Make a fist with your palms first. Place it on your knees first. Lean forward slightly. Take a deep inhalation and exhale out completely. Take a deep inhalation, exhaling forcefully all the air out. Now place your fist on your belly and move your belly front and back, flapping your stomach in and out as much as you can while holding your breath. That's very important. Once you're done, relax your belly. Inhale through your nose. One more round of Agnisara Kriya. Take a deep inhalation through your nose. Exhale out completely. One more time. Take a deep inhalation through your nose. Exhale forcefully through your mouth. Now hold your breath. Flap your stomach in and out as much as you can. Once you feel you cannot hold anymore, then relax your tummy, relax your chest. Inhale through your nose and relax completely, allowing your breathing to settle down completely. And we'll just complete it with a little bit of plank once again. So going back to Dandasana plank, this time maybe holding it for about 10, 15, 20, 30 breaths. Whatever works for you today. You can always drop one knee on the mat or both knees on the mat. So choose an option that works for you. Listen to your body, but also at the same time try to give a little more push, challenging yourself just a wee bit. Looking ahead of your palms, your hips and shoulders in one line, pressing your feet firmly into the mat. And once you're done, knees, chest and chin down. And slowly lie down on this mat. Relax completely for a couple of breaths. We'll do a couple of back bends now to just strengthen the lower back. We'll start with Shalabhasana with aeroplane wings. So whenever you're ready, bring your feet together. Bring your chin on the mat first. As you inhale, lift your chest and shoulders off the mat and both your feet off the mat as much as you can. You can swing your arms behind. Palms can be facing both inwards or outwards. Completely your choice. Keep your neck soft. Gaze at a point on the mat in front of you. And slowly release. We'll move on to Dhanurasana, the bow pose. Dhanurasana is again excellent for strengthening your thighs, strengthening your chest, strengthening your back. Bending your knees, hold your ankles, lifting your chest and shoulders. Try to take your thighs off the mat as much as you can. And since we are looking at weight loss, maybe it's a good idea to keep rocking front and back. This will help to strengthen your belly muscles. About 5 or 6 times or as much as you can today. And once you're done, slowly release. Rest here for a couple of breaths before we wind down the practice with a couple of forward bends. And slowly bring your feet together, palms by the sides of your chest. Inhale into upward facing dog or Bhujangasana. I usually like to do this because it helps my shoulders to open up. It helps in strengthening my shoulders and chest. Staying here for a couple of breaths. As you exhale, back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And slowly drop your knees on the mat. Sit on the mat first. Stretch your legs out in front of you. We'll finish with a simple forward bend, Janu Shirsasana, just to allow our parasympathetic nervous system to kick in. So bending your right knee first, placing the right foot on the inside of your left thigh. Now make sure your left knee is pointing up towards the sky. The kneecap is lifted up. The left toes are pointing towards you. As you inhale, lifting your arms up. As you exhale, lead with your chest first. Don't go down fully yet. Allow your spine to stretch forward and slowly go down as much as you can, leading with your chest. If you're comfortable, drop your head down. Otherwise, you can gaze at your toes. Your palms can be on your shins, on your knees as well. Staying here for about 5 to 10 breaths. Deep exhalations. Inhaling, lift up completely. Exhale, release. Moving on to the other side, bending your left knee, pressing into your right thigh. Make sure the right kneecap is lifted up. Right toes are pointing towards you. Pushing your belly muscles in, lift your arms up, lengthen up. Take a deep exhalation, fold forward first halfway. Reach with your chest forward. You can always place your palms on your shins, on your knees, leading with your chest. And if you're comfortable, wrapping your arms around your foot, drawing your chest towards your thighs and going down completely, only if your body allows you. And as you inhale, lifting your arms all the way up and slowly come up. Exhale, release. We'll finish with the Marichasana twist. Twists are very important. So you can bend your right knee, place one palm distance between your right foot and left knee. One option is to just wrap your left arm around your right knee. Make sure the back is straight and twist and look over your right shoulder. Twist from your lower back, otherwise left arm lifted up and bring your left elbow outside the right knee. Push the knee and twist from your lower back. Twist as much as you can, looking over your right shoulder, keeping your spine straight. Make sure the left toes are pointing towards you. And repeating on the other side, bending your left knee. The first option is to wrap your right arm around your left knee and twist and look over your left shoulder, keeping the back straight. If you want to go slightly more deeper, lift your right arm all the way up, lengthen up, and bring the right tricep outside the left knee. Push the knee and twist from your lower back. And slowly release. Slowly lie down on the mat. We'll finish with a bridge pose, so bending your knees, feet hip distance apart. Palms by the sides of your hips. Inhaling, lift your hips all the way up. And slowly interlock your fingers under your hips and try to squeeze your elbows and your shoulder blades in as much as you can, moving your chest towards your chin. Trying to squeeze your thighs in, keeping your butt tight, glutes tight, engaging your hamstrings, and slowly release. Now walk your foot slightly closer to your hips, and those of you who can grab your ankles for Kandarasana. If that is difficult, you can just do the same posture again. You can do bridge pose, Setu Bandha Sarvangasana again. Otherwise, hold your ankles, push into your feet firmly and lift your hips up, trying to squeeze your shoulder blades in, elbows in as much as you can, moving your chest towards your chin. Your chest is literally locking with your chin here. Now feel that, tighten up your butt, feel your hamstrings working, squeeze your thighs in as much as you can, press into your feet firmly. And exhale, slowly release. And slowly take your arms to the sides at shoulder level. Bring both your knees to your chest and drop both your knees to the right side. Looking towards your left fingertips, you can place your right palm on your thighs. Relax completely. Bring your knees to your chest and drop your knees to the other side. And slowly bring your knees back to center. Stretch your legs out, and you can always relax in Supta Baddha Konasana for a couple of breaths and then move to Shavasana. Or you can straight away go to Shavasana. It's completely your choice. And slowly stretch your legs out, allowing your entire body to relax. Make any adjustments if you wish. Feeling energized, feeling strong, energetic, positive, and feeling happy about yourself. again, bring your feet together, stretch your arms up, give a nice stretch to your body. Bend your knees and turn over to your right side and slowly come and sit up in any comfortable posture. It's always good to finish your practice by sitting in stillness for some time, for about 3 to 5 minutes, or at least for about a minute, aligning your body, breath and mind, assimilating the benefits of your practice. Observing your body, observing your breath. And gently open your eyes whenever you're ready. Thank you for watching. Have a lovely day. Stay fit and stay healthy.